subscribers. Diane Dimich here with DDStamps.com, and I want to welcome you to my Facebook Live this Wednesday. I'm trying to check my phone to see if I'm showing up. I think I am. Oh, it looks like I might be. Cool. Okay, so hopefully you're able to hear me. Yep. Okay, so anyway, I just wanted to say hello and get started quickly. I have a huge pile of cards here, and I actually have to bring that back up because I need to be able to check the comments. So there. Now I should be able to hopefully see somebody show up. Anyway, I have a huge pile of cards here. I just wanted to show you what I was working on this week. So every month I do thank yous for those people that placed an order with me. And this particular weekend, we had another huge cold spell. I'm telling you, it has been just crazy this winter. And so I had some scraps of this sweet, how sweet it is, paper. And this is actually the same paper that I'm using in my tutorial this month and in the packets that I send out. So anyway, I just took a whole bunch of them and I chopped them up because I had a bunch of scraps. And you can see where I just chopped a whole bunch, and these are just 3 by 4. And then I put them onto a 4 by 5 1/4 piece of Whisper white cardstock. So the paper is actually attached to the cardstock. And then I wrapped just a bit of the ribbon. And some of them I did it with the Coastal Cabana showing, and some I did with the lemon light or the Granny Apple Green. I just attached that to the back of the layer, the Whisper white layer, Whisper white cardstock. Then I used all different pieces of cardstock that I had, as you can see, to coordinate. And I cut them. These are big sheets of cardstock cut in half and scored in half. And then you end up with the card base that I put on there. And then on the inside, that's like I showed this before. I like to put a card base on the inside and stamp something just because it kind of makes the card look finished. So this is my pile of work that I have to do complete. You can see I've got tons of them. I'm going to move those out of the way. And then I'm going to show you what it's actually going to look like, similar to what it's going to look like when I'm done. So this is one that is actually done. And what I did is I just trimmed out that cardstock. I trimmed out the candy things, the cupcakes. Anyway, just made a bunch of cards and added that onto the front of the card bases with dimensionals onto just layered cardstock. And then added a couple of those glittery gems. And then on the inside, I'm just going to add another piece of the designer series paper that's been cut. So really quick and easy, makes a whole bunch of cards. And like I said, I just have them all getting them started, but you can see where I added that designer series paper onto the fronts of the card. So they'll all look a little bit different. Just a quick, easy show. And this is those are those glitter embellishments that, if you can actually see them glitter, but they really do glitter. So I see that people are on and watching. That's awesome. I will let you know that if you placed an order from me in February, I almost have the packets of products put together to ship out. They'll probably go out in the mail today, would be my guess. If I get back to work as soon as I'm done here. Okay, a couple more cards I just wanted to show you using that same designer series paper. And like I said, this month's tutorial uses the same packet of products going out. This one here, I don't know if you can see. Oh yeah, you can. So it's a little stitch frame. The framelets that I, laid one down and then laid one down on the inside to make the frame so it's double stitched. And then just add a little designer series paper into the background. And then this was kind of cute. This one actually is shown in the catalog, and I just tried to recreate it. It's a shaker card, but I almost stuffed it so full that it doesn't really shake. But I used some of the framelit pieces. You can see little pieces of candy that's embossed, and then I glittered one in there, and then some sequins. It just made a cute little note card. I actually copied those right from the catalog. Okay, well, it looks like people are here. Pat is in Iowa, and they're expecting more snow. And I will tell you, Pat, that this afternoon it started to spit a little bit more snow here, too. And we are, like, over-snowed at this point. And I love the snow, but it's that 20 below that was kicking my butt. Wanted to let you know that the ribbon for Celebration is back in stock right now if you're interested in getting it. I suspect it will run out again. But I did pull some out because I love this ribbon and I wanted to use it today. But that is available, so if you place a $50 order, you can get the ribbon. Also, I wanted to let you know, this is the stamp set that I used on those cards, the Sweetest Thing stamp sets. And the framelits actually coordinate with the stamp set, but these three also coordinate with, the framelits coordinate with the designer series paper so that it's easy to cut that out. Okay, so it's snowing in Portland. My brother lives in Eugene, and he posted up that they had a ton of snow. I'm actually headed out to Portland, hopefully in April. My sister lives out there now, so. Okay, so I'm going to make just a couple of really quick cards. Lots of stuff going on. Yeah, I think the whole country is bombarded with snow. Okay, so one of the things I'm going to show today is just some really quick cards. I took that designer series paper, the butterfly paper, and I hope you can see this, but you can see where I just took my blends and the seafoam blend and I colored the background. So I left everything else white and just colored the background. And then I'm going to take a picture. Janice is asking, are the note cards big enough to mail? The note cards that I sent, these? Or that little tiny one? Was this the one you were looking at, Janice? Yeah, my brother lives in Eugene, and they did get hammered. Actually, if you're going to send a card this small, this one is smaller than regular, you could always put it in a regular size envelope and mail it that way. I hope that was your answer. So no, it's not big. This is not big enough to mail because it's pretty small. Is it 4.5 by 3? But I would just put it into a regular envelope and then it's fine. Nothing wrong with that. So I've got a card base of the seafoam color. I actually was a big piece, cut it down to 5.5 by 8.5, scored it 4 1/4. I should have probably, I'm gonna zoom this out. Sorry, I should have done that earlier. I didn't realize how squished I was. I'm gonna just add this piece of cardstock on here. At first I have to find a, here we go, here's a snail. My room is a disaster right now. I probably say that every week, but I think this might be the worst. I'm just going to add this to the front of my card base. I'm going to bring in, now this is one of the stamp sets that I really wanted to use today because I think it's really cute, called a Vibrant Vases. But I think that these, I love the sentiments in here. I love this stamp set. And expect to see that one of these fine days. I just think it's really cute. Has a punch that goes with it. But I'm just going to use the sentiments that are in there. So I'm inking up this thanks for understanding. And I'm just stamping it on Whisper White cardstock, just some scraps I had here. And I'm using a punch to punch it out. And really a super easy card would be just to attach that on there. And it's done. It's a pretty simple card. There's not a lot of not a lot of stuff going on, but one of the things that you can do, and I think I will do it with this one because I kind of want that to show up a little better. I'm going to take my snips and I'm just going to hand cut right across this punch, and you can see what I've done is I just trimmed off the edges and made it a different looking label. I'm going to take a piece of black. Now because I'm on live, the dogs are going to start, Freya's going to start whining because Petra has what she wants, even though Petra could care less. It doesn't matter what Petra has, it's exactly what Freya wanted. And on this one, I'm going to just layer this onto another punched label. And you see how it just gives you that that bit of a layered look. And then if I add this on with some dimensionals, let me grab some. They're just like kids. When I get on the phone, when my kids were little and I get on the phone, they would immediately want to talk to me. And the dogs are immediately I get on live and they want to talk to me. They're going a little stir crazy too with the weather because they can't be outside too much because it's been really cold. But tomorrow it's supposed to be in the 30s and it's going to be, people are going to be like crazy around here just getting out. Anyway, just a really quick card, just colored the background. I just cut this piece of Designer Series paper 4 by 5 1/4 to layer on there. And I did a couple others too. So this one, although I didn't color the background, this one I just colored one butterfly and left the rest. And I used my blend so you can see how they came out on the back. Oh, I should probably fold this first. Let's make this a card base first. So this is Pumpkin Pie. And I used Pumpkin Pie and Daffodil Delight for the Monarch butterfly. What I did with this paper is I just kind of chopped it up and then spent one day just coloring bits and pieces of it. But I just like the way that looks, and it really pops with just, it's just a flat card, be easy to mail, but with that butterfly on there, it just really makes it pop. And then if I wanted to come in with, I guess I can do the same. The same saying, the same punch. And then I'm going to add, well, this might be kind of pretty. This is some of the glitter black ribbon from Halloween. It's still available. And I'm just going to actually bring this around my card. I'm not going to tie it a knot or anything. I'm just going to add it to the top of my card. So I'll put a line here of adhesive. And then I'm going to lay this piece on there. Maybe bring this one around like that. And then on this one, I'll just trim off this end. And actually, all I'm going to do is add this with some dimensionals. Again, let me grab some dimensionals. So now that we have what we want, we're going to be playing with the squeaky toy while I'm trying to talk. Just add that up there, and you can just see how quickly you can make a really fancy card. And I really didn't do much. I mean, that butterfly is pretty, just colored like that. And that glitter just gives it a little bit of pop. So there's that one. And then the last one that I did was, I actually did both techniques. So I colored the background with the balmy blue. And then I colored the butterfly with the Highland Heather markers. And this one I kept looking at, trying to figure out what to do with it, because I thought it was going to be pretty on the Highland Heather cardstock, but I really didn't really care for it. I think it made the butterfly, I don't know, it just didn't look right. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to come in with, actually I could use either one on this, because these ribbons have both the balmy blue and the Highland Heather, and so I think I'm going to come in with Highland Heather. I'll show you that little technique that I've done before, where I, 1, 2, 3, 4. So now if I were doing a knot, I would just use 3 lengths of ribbon, but because I'm doing a bow, and I think I'm going to do it actually on this piece, I do 4 lengths, and then I have plenty to tie off a nice bow. I love this ribbon. I wish that they would come out with this in other colors. Obviously, it's very popular because it was the first thing to run out of. I'm going to do a bow. I should be watching for. Sorry, I just wanted to quick. When I colored these butterflies, I used the blends. And I used the blends on the back of the paper, and you can see that when it bled through. So you could use either. I just lately have, I really love the blends, and so I've been using those a lot lately. Okay, so this time we're going to take, I'll use a different stamp this time. I'll use this one, which says, celebrate every tiny victory. I like that. I'll stamp that on Whisper White. I'm going to punch it out, maybe. And then I'm going to take another punch with black cardstock. I'll show you another technique you can do with your punches. And on this one, I'm just going to cut it right in half. Like that. Like that. I'm just taking off those. I'm not sure why, but I just felt like I needed to. And then I'm going to take my label and add, here I need a piece of paper. I just want a piece of paper so you can see what I'm doing. And I'm just going to add this to the end of it on both ends. And there you've got your label with the black cardstock, giving it just a bit of a punch. But if you really wanted to give it even just a bit of more of a punch, you can come back in with the punch and cut another piece of basic black. And this time I'm going to cut this in half this way. And again, put that trying to decide. I think I want to cut these off. I hope that was the one. Oh well, if it's not. Yeah, that's what I want to do. So then when I put it together, I'm going to come up with a full label. Like that. And then I'm going to attach this on there, again with dimensionals. You see the back of this then ends up with quite a bit of layers. Okay, Diana got her prize from last week, and this week's winner is Mary Dreyer. So Mary's going to have to let me know which stamps that she wants. I'll pop a couple up right here, and then she can pick. And then when I place this onto my cardstock, I end up with another look with that same punch. And you know, another thing that would be great with this paper is just to add a little Wink Stella. Wink Stella, of course, adds to just about anything. I think I'm going to do it to this. I don't know, can you see it? Ah, it just makes that butterfly pop. And Wink Stella can be used too as a watercoloring tool. So if you're using just regular inks, this one's starting to get dry, but it makes your butterfly just pop off of there. Cool. So just some simple cards using just the designer series, that butterfly designer series paper in a couple different ways. The black and white is beautiful, but then adding a little pop of color here and there really makes things work. So, oh, let me grab stamp sets. Let's see. So, Mary, you can choose from either Hello Cupcake, So Hoppy Together, or Heartfelt Blooms. These are all brand new sets, haven't been used. And I'll get that sent out to you as soon as you send me a message. If you haven't already done so, oh, this is the, probably should move this. This is the hostess code for this month. Like I said, February's packets are going out today. This month we are actually using the sweet stuff, papers and things for the tutorial. This is like the last piece I have. The designer series paper, the painted petals. I want you to make sure that you notice that that is also available as a celebration item. So if you have any questions, now would be the time to ask, because I am going to say goodbye. I know this was a short video today, but I got another meeting I got to get to. So yeah, I like the soft look of all the cards. I think the butterfly, yeah, that's Marie said Mary said she really liked the soft look of the first card. I do too. I like them all. They're all just a little bit different. Some of them a little bit glittery. Jewel says she's having a hard time cutting the paper. She loves the new dies. Yep. Cut your paper, because you know what? There's always going to be more paper. So that's funny that Lorna said her puppies perked their ears up listening to that squeaky toy. Cool. I'm just looking through, see if there are any questions. Otherwise, I'm gonna say adios. No, Stephanie, this butterfly paper is still available. The butterfly paper is available. The ribbon just became available. I can't guarantee how long that's going to last. Yeah, Jewel put up that she looks forward to my Thursday night workshops. I plan to bring those back next week. Those are usually a little longer, and I'm actually on screen and can move around the camera and stuff. So I'm looking forward to that too. So I want to thank you all for coming. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to contact me. www.DDStamps.com is my website. My email is diane@DDStamps.com, and you can also always send me a message on Facebook. So have a great day. Take care and stay warm. Bye-bye.